People are still talking about last night's BET Awards. So Druski has found himself in another BET Awards controversy, and this one involves the Jackson family, guys. He dropped a parody where he played Joe Jackson, you know, the legendary father with the infamous belt. Now, some people are saying, it's comedy, lighten up. Other people are saying, wait a minute, physical use isn't exactly something you joke about. And what makes this even messier is Janet Jackson was at the BET Awards last night. And allegedly some of the other Jackson family members were there too. Social media is already joking that this might be Janet Jackson's last appearance at the BET Awards after seeing the skit. So, did Druski simply do what comedians do, or did he take a joke a little too far? Druski released a parody called The Untold Story of Joe Jackson. Now, I can't play it here because of copyright stuff, but his version exaggerates Joe Jackson's reputation as a strict disciplinarian of the family, right? The skit leans into the long-running jokes about Joe and his belt. And that's where people became divided. Many of the Jackson children have expressed over the years how hard their childhood was at the hands of Joe. Now, if you've been on social media today, you'll notice like people aren't even arguing whether it's funny. They're arguing over whether or not it's right, whether it's a right subject to joke about it even in the first place. Plenty of viewers laugh. That's the Druski brand, right? He pushes awkward situations until they're just ridiculous. But others pointed out there's a difference between joking about a strict parent and making light of alleged physical issues. The Jackson family story has always been complicated. Michael Jackson even spoke publicly about being afraid of his father at times. Several of his siblings have described Joe as extremely strict while also acknowledging he played a major role in their success, of course. That's why this topic still makes people uncomfortable. It's kind of like one of those situations where two things can be true. Joe Jackson helped create one of the greatest musical families ever. But that doesn't erase the difficult parts of the story and what they had to sacrifice as children. Folks online are now talking about how Janet Jackson was probably mortified. Okay, so Janet Jackson happened to be at the BET Awards presenting the Ultimate Icon Award to Teyana Taylor. And suddenly people online started saying, this is Janet's last BET Awards after she saw the skit. She ain't coming back after this. That's shady that they had her present and then showed that skit. People were going in. Now, there's no evidence that Janet was upset. She has not said anything publicly, and as far as we know, those are jokes from fans online. But it shows how quickly social media turns one comedy sketch into a whole new narrative. Y'all know Black Twitter. Somebody sneezes and before you know it, they've invented a 3-part documentary explaining why. Comedy has always tested boundaries though. Dave Chappelle did it. Cat Williams does it. The question becomes, is everything fair game, right? Is everything funny? Or are there certain family traumas that just shouldn't be talked about and they shouldn't become punchlines? That's probably why this story has people debating instead of agreeing. Now, I don't think everyone has to find every joke funny at all. Comedy is like personal, it's subjective. What makes one person laugh might make somebody else like go, oh my God, and cringe. But at the end of the day, Druski got exactly what comedians want to get. He got people talking. Some think he crossed the line. Other people are saying, y'all being way too sensitive. Either way, mission accomplished because everybody's talking about the skit, and that's good publicity for Druski. So I want to hear from you. Did Druski simply do what comedians have always done, push the envelope, or did joking about the Jackson and the family's painful history go a little too far? Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.